5:49, and now it's time for Talking with Joe. Joe Rose is live from the WQAM studios this morning. All right, Joe, it had been rumored for a while. A lot of people not too thrilled about this change because some people had booked flights and hotels. But yep, UF and UM, they're going to move that game up a week from August 31st to August 24th. It's going to celebrate college football's 150th anniversary. So, you know, that's a big thing. That's why these schools wanted to do it. But again, a lot of fans kind of frustrated. It's been a long time since these teams have met, September of 2013. What do you think of this decision to move up this game, to make this change? There's still some time for everyone to make adjustments, but still.
Well, you know what? For us that just want to watch it by itself, it's kind of cool because I'm not booking a room and I didn't have to get an airline ticket. But for a lot of those people, they're out a lot of money. So I understand there's going to be some frustration. We're actually going to have University of Miami athletic director join us this morning to talk more about it. But it is kind of cool overall to kick off college football for its 150th anniversary. Gators, Canes, I know a lot of people wish they could all play each other every year. Florida State, of course, already does, but it would be a lot of fun. But there is a lot of social media upset folks right now because they've lost a lot of money to rebook this now. They're going to be out, not be able to get their money back, and airline tickets probably aren't going to exactly help them a whole lot there because it's such a busy time up in Orlando. So we'll see how it all plays out. But you know what? We're going to have a football game.
That's right.
And you and I are going to be watching. I know that.
We will certainly be watching. We'll get to watch a week earlier, so less time waiting. All right, Joe.
That's right.
We barely had to wait to find out what's going on with Antonio Brown. Yesterday we were talking about where is he going to be traded to, what's going to happen, the sports divorce between him and Pittsburgh, and it looks like he may be headed to Buffalo, according to a report late last night from Ian Rappaport, to the Bills. What's going on here? Do you think that that's what the trade is going to be, and how does that affect the Bills?
I don't think it's going to happen. Personally, I would be shocked to see Antonio Brown go to the Buffalo Bills. That might put him, you remember he was talking about, I don't have to play, I can retire, I have $30 million put away. That might be a location he doesn't want to go go ahead and retire or force them to make a deal somewhere else. I still think the Raiders, who have 3 first-round picks, got a lot of draft picks, are in really good shape to get Antonio Brown there. I think somebody could jump in last second here and realize he's so good. Let's go ahead and make a jump at him for teams struggling with top-notch wide receivers. But it would be funny to force your way out and end up going to Buffalo where you got a young quarterback who's got an accuracy problem throwing the football. 52% more interceptions and touchdowns last year. See how Antonio Brown likes that up there and playing in Buffalo instead of Pittsburgh.
But I'm sure he likes that $30 million he has put away. I hadn't heard that one, Joe. I hadn't heard that. Well, so good for him. All right, Joe. We don't have that put away, so we got to get back to work. You get back to the radio. We're going to keep going here. We will talk to you in the next hour.
You cannot mess up our Friday no matter what happens with Antonio Brown.
Even without $30 million in the bank. Bye, Joe.
Even though I don't have $30 million put away. Thank you.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Joe.